Hello everyone with 6 here, bringing another cast day. This one is going to be a mid-ranking 3 versus 3 on the map Point of Reach, which is a very naval island-based map. Let's introduce our teams first. First we'll go on the top left team. We'll have Cabal, who is going red Aeon. We have Bias, who is going light blue Seraphim. And we have Marshall Lee, who is going light purple Cybrid. On the bottom right team, we have Green Nymph, who is going Cyan incidentally and is going Cybrid. We have the Pirate, who is going Gray Seraphim. And then last but not least, we have Steel Faction, who's going white UEF. Now, the beginning of games on this map generally be like expansion phase, so I'm going to turn it up just a tad. As we see, also, of course, all three players are going to want to get air forces up. They're going to want to get naval forces up, since controlling the air and the navy is very important on this map. So they're probably going to expand. So let's say this player, we're going to probably expand down, get these mexes, expand to get some islands. The mirror is going to do the same thing, and the other players are going to probably try to expand as well. You know, you want to really get your air, eco, and navy up on this map quickly. As you see, this Green Nymph is using a early hydro strategy. He built one PHN back here, and he's built a hydrocarbon over here. He's going to build 2 more PHNs and then build an air factory. We're going to go. The Pirate hasn't done quite the same thing. His hydro is a little bit farther away, so he doesn't have quite that option. He has built 6 PHNs so far before building all of his mexes, and he's going to build the hydrocarbon a little bit later. Green Nymph apparently cannot talk. I bet they're probably on Mumble or something. Looks like that Steel Faction already has his Hydro up. I'm not sure if he did that before or afterwards, but he now has 8 PGens in his building air factory and is completely surrounding it over here with his T1 PGens, and then he's building a land factory over here, which is usually pretty odd. You usually see the opposite. You usually see the air factory by the hydrocarbon and the land factory up there. I'm going to speed it back down a bit. Alright, and then we have Marshall Lee, who has also gone he's gone air factory by his hydrocarbon, and also has gotten the adjacency bonus, which does not exist with the T1 PGens and the hydrocarbon. He's also building a naval factory out pretty quickly. Is anyone else building a naval factory right now? Yes, Green Nymph has one, and there isn't any. Oh, there's one over here from Cabal. Looks like that Bias has gone a pretty similar build. He has his air factory over here next to the hydrocarbon, with the T1 PGens over here next to the air factory. He's also looks like he's upgrading one of his extractors really early. He doesn't have all of the ones that he has, but he's got enough that he should be able to do this pretty smoothly. Actually, no, he's power stalling. And not power, he's mass stalling. But still, will be able to get it up pretty quickly. It looks like that there's some early bomber play. Looks like the Green Nymph has sent a bomber over here. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like he's killed very much. Oh, he killed these engineers right here. So he's just completely stopped Cabal's air build right there. He's bombing the naval factory. It's going to take a while for that one bomber to kill it, but it is something that the bomber could launch at while he's doing other things. This bomber then just spotted these 2 engineers. So if Green Nymph is paying attention, he'll be able to micro that bomber to kill them. Meanwhile, it looks like that Bias has built some air units and is sending him to take out that bomber. And it looks like that there is some raiding play on the other side, too. You have a couple scouts that are trying to find targets, plus this Jester that's probably going to go out and try to snipe these engineers over here. I'm not sure why he turned around. He was heading this way. Maybe he saw the interceptors and tried to turn around. It looks like that bomber, I heard the bombs go off, and it looks like we do have some 2 dead engineers. So that bomber did kill his engineers, but the bomber is not long for this world because Bias is going to shoot it down with his interceptors right here. So Nord team is getting air protection from the air with the interceptors, and looks like that the Navy is starting to come out too. It looks like that Green Nymph has upgraded to now has 2 T1 naval factories and is sending his frigates out to try to harass this island right here. Meanwhile, there's another frigate coming down from the other side from Marshall Lee. He's going to try to harass down here. So this looks like that this frigate is going to come down and try to deny this factory, even though the factory's already built. And this have the Jester coming here that finally did make landfall. Looks like it hasn't killed any engineers yet. It's killed 1 right here, and so just kill the mechs, and it's probably going to kill as many as it can However, it looks like that the pirate is sending his interceptors down to deal with it. It looks like that. So Steel and the pirate does have air control over this area, so they are just going to be able to shoot that Jester down pretty quickly, even though it does have a increased HP. Looks like we have the frigates up here that are going to be trying to take out the economy in this island, which isn't a bad idea. You want to limit the economy as much as you can with your opponent, and killing the outlying extractors is a good way to do that. All right, looks like that the frigates have killed these two Cybern frigates. Have killed a lot of engineers right here from Steel faction. If he can naval lock them, he actually might be able to destroy this factory too. He just needs to kill all the engineers that come here try to save the factory. There's also one Tiger Shark that might be able to do some damage to the frigates, but I'm not sure if the Tiger Shark will be able to kill them before the factory goes down. This frigate, however, will probably be able to do that. Looks like that one frigate's already down, and this frigate's going to go down too when it's being sandwiched between the Tiger Shark and the Thunderhead class. Looks like that the pirate is calling from an air scout. He's sending all of his interceptors over here over Marshal Lee's base. Not sure what he's doing with that. Looks like that Bias is sending a scout down here. There's a naval engagement going on up here while I was watching the one down here. Looks like you have 3 frigates here from from Cabal against these 5 frigates over here from Green Nymph. And of course, the Cybern frigates are a bit better than the Aeon frigates, so they have an advantage over there too. So if that has an engagement, then looks like that Green Nymph will have the advantage over there. It looks like that the pirate just flew all of his interceptors over Marshal Lee's base. He's denying Marshal Lee's air, so that'd be pretty bad for Marshal Lee's air control. But then like this, Marshal Lee will just be able to build some anti-air, and then he'll be able to clear the skies from this. Looks like that there's already a Natha from the pirate who is going to try to take out the comm. He didn't hit the comm, did he? I think he did. Well, the comm is already healed up regardless. It looks like that the pirate is going to move on and try to take out Bias's air. Meanwhile, it looks like that this naval engagement over here has started. It looks like that this one frigate got caught out of formation, and now it got a little bit of damage. However, the rest, its reinforcements are going to come up here and save it, and then the Aeon frigates are going to retreat. Looks like that there's more air battles going over Bias's base now. Looks like that we have the pirate is using this air force to try to really take out the enemy air, but I'm not entirely sure if he can do it this way, because the enemy will have their anti-air over it, so he's just going to lose his fighters by attrition. He might have something else planned, though. We'll see. Looks like this naval engagement has started up again. Now it looks like that the Beacon class was this frigate from Cabal was caught off guard, and now it's getting attacked by multiple frigates. So it looks like there's a slight victory for Green Nymph over there. Bias is upgrading RAS, as his Notified Mod has told us. Looks like he also has 4 T2 mass extractors in the middle. Does anyone else still have that? Looks like we have all T2 over there. 2 T2 extractors over here, and no more for him. We have 3 for the pirate, and the rest are being upgraded, or at least have been paused, and the engineers will do it. We have 4 over here from Green Nymph, plus a couple more. And then we have all of them here for the pirate, for Cabal. Comm drop incoming. So Bias has seen a comm drop. The pirate is telling his teammates, "We comm drop purple and rape him. We all need air cover over there." So that's probably why he was doing this. He was trying to destroy their air cover so that this comm drop will succeed. So this must be something they planned ahead of time, because comm drop like that is not something that you can just come up with on the fly, especially if you're just doing chat. Maybe if they're doing mumbles, then they would be able to do that, but otherwise, no. Probably not. So Bias is telling his teammates to rush flak, or he's just telling Marshal Lee to rush flak, since he somehow knows that this is the target, or he believes that this is the target. It looks like that there's a little lull in the action now as they prepare. Looks like that the pirate does have his commander in a T2 transport, and after this pause, now they're headed off. Looks like there's another transport over here. It's a Seraphim transport, so it must be given over through the pirate, and now it looks like both of them are going to head over towards Marshall's base. They'll be able to outnumber his commander 2-1, and probably be able to kill him if they can get a jump on him. However, the interceptors are announcing the presence, are announcing the fact that this is happening. What can they see so far? All right, no, wrong team. All right, so they can't see them coming. You see this one right here. Look, they did have a cruiser out, so that they weren't careful. That cruiser could have shot down the transports, and that would have been the player Don right there. However, it looks like that Steel faction did make landfall, and looks like that the pirate is going to make landfall too. The Mantis are going over here trying to take out Steel faction. Steel faction doesn't have any upgrades on his commander, but it looks like that the pirate has gun and T2 on his comm, so he's going to be the main force to deal with. Looks like the Mantis are trying to take out Steel faction. They're not going to last very long against him. Meanwhile, there's going to be the other players have sent air over here. We have all three players on the south side have sent their air forces over here to try to cover these commanders. Looks like that the pirate is moving closer into the base. Here is Marshall Lee's commander. It's not upgraded, so he has so you have a T2 gun comm versus a normal comm. The pirate has the advantage right there. Plus, he has the other commander over here that's building point defense. If they both get here and double team him, they'll be able to kill him really quickly. But the pirate will be able to do that on his own anyway. We still have this T2 Navy over here, so but the Marshal has gone T2 Navy. I'm not sure if anyone else has, but we don't want to spend too much time looking at that, because here's the Marshal. He's retreating back to the water next to this destroyer that just got built. So this destroyer is sending shots down to the pirate. If he can get in the water, then the destroyers might be able to fend the pirate off. I'm surprised the pirate's still marching forward. Looks like 10, 9, 8, 7. Is he going to get him before he gets in the water? Is he going to be able to do it? 70 HP, and he just survives. The pirate's he's really lucky. He had 70 HP left until he blew up. The pirate is going to go in here, try to take out all these engineers, and just overcharge that destroyer. And now, but now there's a destroyer over here and a cruiser that is raining down on him. He needs to get out of here, or else they'll kill him. Looks like that Marshall Lee is safe and sound in here. Steel faction is still in this base, building point defense and wreaking havoc with it. But it's all going to be for naught if the pirate dies on the island. It looks like that these ships are moving closer. He only has a 1,400 health left, so he needs to get out of the range. And these the boats are faster, so if they have air control in it, he's kind of trapped. I would say he would get a transport and get out of here, but then he'd just be shot down by the cruiser. And it looks like that the pirate goes down to the destroyer fire. The destroyer got up on land to get just a little bit further. Looks like that Steel faction is here on his own, unupgraded, with only half health left, and now he's got T2 Navy raining down on him. And now it looks like that Bias has pulled T3 air out of his ass and is now going to send a strap bomber against Steel faction. Even if he knew it was coming, he didn't bother dodging, and he only got 500 left. And a couple shots on the destroyer is going to do it. Just one more hit, and there you go. Yeah, comm drop is a very, very do or die strategy, and they did not do, so they died here. So that's 2 entire commanders, and it's not full share or anything. So both of them lost entire eco. It's just Green Nymph here on his own. He's got a pretty good economy. He's got a whole bunch of upgraded capped extractors, but he's against Cabal and Bias, who are at full strength, plus the remnants of Marshall Lee's forces, Marshall Lee's base, plus Bias has T3 air, which he does not have at all. He only has T1. He does have T2 Navy, so he could probably fight back with cruisers, but otherwise it's probably curtains for him. Just the audacity of that. Just sending 2 comms to someone else's base and having them both killed. Like, it's an audacious move. I'll give them credit for that. But you got to be careful. You got to be absolutely certain that you can do it. And also, I think if Steel faction had, instead of building the point defense, if he had moved with the pirate and tried and double teamed the commander, they probably would have been able to kill him. kill Marshall really easily. However, they didn't do that. As Bias strap bombs 2 of his eco, looks like the Green Imps is just going to throw in the towel. And I don't blame him, because he doesn't have very much chance of winning at this point anyway. Maybe if he was Zoc in this position, maybe he could have won, but I don't see it here. There's a desync at the very end, but it's not going to worry about it. Didn't change the outcome of the game. Alright, so that's it for me. I hope you all enjoyed it. It's kind of me. I find this funny because and I'm usually very conservative with my comm, almost to a fault, like not trying to push very hard. So when I see this happen, when you have this type of aggressive commander play and then it just blows up in their face, yeah, and I always get a little chuckle out of it. But it can be a very effective tactic if you do it right, since it's such an unorthodox move that you can catch your opponent off guard and have them get something that they didn't expect, and then just kill them really quickly. And if they had done it, then they would have completely eliminated Marshall's forces, and that might have given them a huge advantage. Bias still had T3 air, so he might have been able to kill them back anyway. But it's not a bad plan if you can pull it off. But it just didn't work this time for them. All right, so that's it for me. This is Everett116 signing out.